friends, this is the Miss Volfie from our half-acre homestead with a life update. Today is Friday, October 16th, 2015, and you're going to notice that the sound quality on this webcam is much better because I have a monitor again. So I'm no longer using my poor dinky little laptop to try and do all my editing work and stuff. When we got our new cell phones and new cell phone accounts with another company, they gave us, because we got the two of them, they gave us gift cards for Best Buy. And so I was able to get a decent monitor on sale for less than half the cost. So I'm back to using my old webcam, which has no bad sound quality like the webcam on my laptop was. And that's a new laptop too. Well, not new. It was new in the summer. Anyway, I appreciate all the love and the support. I'm sorry I dumped that emotional fight with Belle on you guys today. That was... usually when I get that upset, there's a reason that I'm really that upset, and it's usually because I have not recognized my fault or I'm not accepted my fault in the situation. And my fault was, that when they offered to credit me for the NHL Center Ice, I accepted 1/3 of what was owing of my money, and I was more angry at myself. Because once I accepted that, it was like, it's done. You can't take that back. You accepted. You settled. And that's what I'm more angry at than anything, is that I settled. And then when they came back with the fact that I had broken my contract for my cell phones, there was absolutely nothing I could do. Okay? I could have fought it, but it would have cost a whole lot more money. And I was so at the point that when I talked to that lawyer, he said, it's going to cost you $1,000 minimum just for me to look at this. And he said, and really, I can't guarantee any resolution because you did settle. And it's like, argh! So, I can't answer all the wonderful, loving, and supportive comments. My fault is, A, I settled, and B, I have to be a whole lot more careful. The days of reading your bill and accepting it verbatim and paying it and sending it out are gone. Those were the days of my parents. Now you have to go over every bill with a fine-tooth comb, and if there's something you don't understand, then you pull them up on it right away. Because unfortunately, large corporations are no longer there. They don't need us anymore. They need us. But there's so many millions of people out there in the technological age, buying their products and not reading the fine print, that one angry person, whatever. They just flick you off like a piece of lint and they go on to the next schmuck, right? So it's my fault. It's my own fault. Okay? And I admit it, and I'm going to let go of it. Should I go to the newspaper? No. Our newspaper's really dinky. And I don't want to get slapped with some kind of slanderous lawsuit, because guess what? Corporations can do that because they are bigger and have more money and more lawyers and more power than us. So the best thing for me to do is to learn from it, let it go, and move on. Because if I hang on to this, I'm gonna get an ulcer, right? So, done, over. I have found something that I want to share with you that I'm really excited about. I took my son to a music store today so he could buy some strings for his guitar. And although I did film him trying out some guitars in the store, he has very nicely asked me, please do not share that video, so I can't. But, I'm a mother. I'm very proud. Even though he was playing a crappy out-of-tune guitar, and he hasn't had strings for his guitars for a long time, so he's out of practice. But John, I'm going to get him on video, and I'm going to share it with you, because I think you'd really appreciate it. He's kind of like you that way, my brother and my son. Anyway, long story short, we were in the music store, and I picked up this little wee, cheap, $79 narrow neck. I found a guitar, Howie, narrow neck folk guitar. And I thought, geez, you know, this finger here doesn't bend properly. It's not smooth like this one because it's been broken and operated on a couple of times. It's been broken twice, operated on twice, had giant cell tumors removed from it. So it really doesn't want to work. So I said, I almost bought it. And I said, you know what? Let me think. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about it. Because the last guitar I had was a beautiful Yamaha classical, but I couldn't get my hands around the neck very well. And like quilting, playing a musical instrument when you have arthritis is something that actually is very relaxing for your hands. So anyway, I put it back, I put the guitar back, and I walked around the store, and I had explained it to the salesman. But anyway, I walked around the store, and I came back, and I saw all these ukuleles hanging up. Some of them had sunshine smiles, and they were just cool. They were pink and blue and purple, and I went, oh, I could probably do a ukulele. And the guy looked at me and said, I know what you need. And he reached behind the guitars and the ukuleles, and he brought out a dulcimer. And I got really excited because a dulcimer only has 4 strings, and 2 of them are there isn't a lot of finger play, and they are an old hill folk instrument. Some people made them out of dry gourds. One of you girls out there said, you got to buy a dulcimer. And I completely forgot until the salesman said, I know what you need. And he brought out a dulcimer. Thank you very much. This is the Miss Volfie from our half-acre homestead saying, guess what Daddy has to buy me for Christmas? Take care.